People deluded. A quick vid because I feel as Arsenal, it's important that we hail up all the clubs, every team in the club. As I try to do, you lot know me. My interest is with young players. I apologise to the women's team. I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch the women's team play. Like I've watched a handful of games. I wouldn't say I watch it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It is what it is. But I'll hold them up. They've obviously won their league title. Credit to them, man. Credit to them. Not sure how many times they've won it recently, but I remember back in the days of Rachel Yankee and them sort of players there, we was winning it all the time. It's nice to see some people can win league titles and trophies for our club. So big up the women's team and the women's division and the manager and all the people part of that collective group. Shout out to the under 23s. In fact, commiserations because they came second in their league. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Obviously, the goal was to try and retain it. We wasn't able to, but second is the first loser. But to come second place, I'd call that a decent season. You've got our under 8. Well, before that, you've got a mixture of our under 15s and 16s that have got to the final and lost against Chelsea and whatever cup it was at Bournemouth. You've obviously also got our we done quite well in what's it? Is it the JSSL Cup in Singapore? We obviously did okay in Dallas, didn't win it. So we've been doing all right. Can't not speak about the under-18s. They've won the league. You lot know me. I've taken joy in watching them games. How much youth games you lot see me review? Taking pride in seeing them young players. A lot of what's missing in the first team. Starting games strongly, galvanised, working for each other, setting the tone from early. If they can't set the tone, making sure they don't lose. Very impressed with all the members of the under-18s. And to be honest, I don't know where he's going to go or what club he's going to sign for, but we're in May. Contract hasn't been signed and made public knowledge, and other people that play this position have. Vontae Daly-Campbell's going to make a decent fullback for someone. He was decent. Obviously, Sam Greenwood and Balogun, they're always going to be decent. Coyle, John Jules, and Amici and Saka, when played at this level, have done their thing, but predominantly 23s. Balogun scoring goals for fun. For me, I have to hail up first and foremost Ben Cotterill. I've been saying it, for me, he's a baller and he's shown it this season. He's done well in midfield. He's done well on the flanks. He can fill in at left back. He's even made his 23s debut. Next season, the key for him is probably to push on there a bit more with some certain midfielders that might be leaving, possibly getting Una Emery's thoughts in regards to the Europa League and things, or just advancing your career. Easy to see why Marseille and Dortmund allegedly wanted him. Good technical ability, but one reason I like him more is he plays with tenacity. He plays with his heart. That man never stopped. Ben Cotterill don't stop running. He mashes work, man. Like, he plays for the shirt. Whether he's going to make it here or not, that will serve him a long way. Matt Smith, his partner in midfield more often than not, equally as solid this season and consistent. Great passing range, chopping in with assists, couple of goals, both of them very good, as was everybody in the team. Like I said, man, you got guys like Swanson as well at fullback, left back, doing a decent job as well. He might not necessarily get praised. I think McGuinness has been decent, and he hasn't played too much from what I've seen, but Mziza Gongbo, I can never say his name, done all right. And I don't want to put pressure or unreal speculation, but I like what I see, man, and maybe he could be one that comes through the ranks, especially as a defender. He's stepped into the 23s now, but I think Ballard, on the topic of talking about players that aren't rated, I think Daniel Ballard on merit should have went to the Bayerns, had a good season as well. So collectively, we've done our thing at youth level. I'm happy for these young players. The only criticism at 18s level is obviously the big one is the FA Youth Cup. You saw Liverpool, Bobby Duncan get revenge on his old team, defeating Manchester City. Thought it would have been good to see us in that final. I think that would have been the big one, having been in the final last year, and this year I don't feel we did best in that game. Who did we lose to? West Brom, forgive me if I'm wrong, and it weren't the best of games. We kind of went out too easy, but other than that, we've been superb, man. So shout out to the young players, man. 23s level, you've seen player of the season for 18s. For me, it's a tie between Cotterill and Smith. I'm not gonna pick one. I think they've both been good. Women's, apologies, I can't really give you one. Ben Cotterill and Smith have been the standouts for me. 23s level, I'd give it to Amici and Saka. It's a tie. I think Eddie scoring goals for fun. Willock's been very good at that level, especially earlier on in the campaign in the Checo trade. I feel there's several other players that can get a mention, but Amici and Saka are the ones for me that I'd be hailing up. Shout out to John Jules as well. But them two ties, 23s player of the year would be between Amici and Saka. 18s between Ben Cotterill and Smith. It's a tie. Women's, unfortunately, I don't know. Player of the season at first team obviously goes to Lacazette. And it's completely irrelevant from this vid, but I'd probably give standout young player to I'd give standout young player to Maitland-Niles because he's played, like, I'd say he's asserted himself as more than just a young player now, albeit out of position, but he's established himself as a member of the first team and he's played a lot of appearances. So it would be him. If I had to give an award to the lone players, I think Nelson's had a good season. Obviously, of late, he ain't been starting too much and he got, 8 minutes in their last game over this weekend. Not too many successes in our loans, but I think Nelson's had a productive loan spell. Probably give it to Krystian Bielik on the basis of how I'm looking at how much these loan players, how much have they gone to their temporary home and become a vital member of that side. And I think Bielik has, and the fans have taken to him with that. He's had some injuries sadly. He's played at defensive mid and at centre half. He's chipped in with some goals. Good finish against Rochdale. I think Bielik's had the best loan spell and the most productive, and if he's never going to get a chance now, if he's not going to get a chance in the summer, he's never going to get one. I think he'll make a good player. If I was a lot of German clubs should be looking at him, and a couple other teams, he could be one that comes in, bit of experience, polish him up a bit. Could be a player that's sold on for profit. Maybe a player that could one day go to the Euros with Poland. He's a long way off that. We've obviously got the we've got the under-21 championships in the summer. I think Bielik will be a part of that. And forgive me if I'm wrong, so we'll see. But in regards to this video, I was just meant to talk about just general thoughts, but it's turned into a bit of an awards show. So that would be my awards ceremony, man, to be fair with you, in regards to the young players and the people not in the spotlight. So yeah, Bielik could be my standout lone player, and I believe he should get a chance. On that note, like I say, congratulations to the women's team as well. I and a lot of other football fans, we've got to take more of an interest in women's football and more of an interest in raising it. Cause you know me, and people that know me in my personal life, you lot know me. I do a lot to try and push women's content, push women, try any little scheme that I myself as a male can get behind to try and help women get into positions. Because I know how prejudice and being a minority feels for obvious reasons, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I can't name 10 players that play women's football, let alone the Arsenal squad, and that's terrible of me. So we've got to take more of an interest in that. And I think, forgive me if I'm wrong, but when I was reading the article on Arsenal.com, the Emirates Cup is going to be changed to one day, and also the women's are going to play on that day. So let's all get down to that, man. Going to make it my mission next season, probably. I'm not going to say to make content, but to go and watch the women a bit more, because there are some good players and the manager's doing well. And to be fair, boy, girl, man, woman, old, young, if you support Arsenal, if you play for Arsenal, better yet, I need to take an interest, because you lot know me, I love the young players, and you lot know me, I speculate on everything and talk about everything to do with the club. I love club in my heart, and I think I'm doing the women a disservice, so I'm going to get out of here on that note, boy. People, Deluded, I'm out. I can finally take a breather like some of you get on to me about. I'm out.